Good morning and welcome to DC Today. I'm Kelly Wright in for Del Walters. Justice for Black America. Another week, another case. This time it's the trial for Kim Potter, a former Minnesota police officer accused of killing black motorist Daunte Wright during a traffic stop. Opening statements began Wednesday, and today the judge is meeting with the defense and prosecution to go over some pretrial motions before that. Joining us this morning is BNC Chief Legal Analyst Laura McNeal. And Laura, 14 people on the jury, including 2 alternates. 9 of the 12 jurors likely to deliberate are white. 1 is black, 2 are Asian. As with the trial of Ahmaud Arbery, this one has the jury stacked majority white. What can we make of the jury selection and its potential in this case?
You know, the jury selection is actually very disappointing, and the reason I say that is Hennepin County is approximately 74% white. The rest of the population are people of color. And when you consider the jury diversity on the George Floyd trial, this jury should have had more representation of residents there, diverse residents in Hennepin County. And the reason this is important is because although there was not a diverse jury in Ahmaud Arbery's case, what history and research has shown is that that's very crucial in minimizing bias within our legal system. And so typically it's less likely that you're going to have a guilty verdict when the victim is black, when it's an all-white jury or majority white jury. Again, that doesn't always have to be the case, but because of history, it does raise concerns.
It doesn't always have to be the case. As we saw in the Arbery case, it certainly had a good meaning and a good ending because you had a majority all-white jury with the exception of 1 black person ruling not to acquit the 3 men, but to find them guilty, which made a bold statement to that part of Georgia. Could the same thing happen in Minnesota?
Absolutely, it can. But this is a tough case. I mean, the George Floyd case, to me, was kind of a given, meaning that video was so damning, to be quite frank, for Derek Chauvin and the other officers. But this is a little bit more tricky. The fact that Kim Potter is on camera after the fact, after the shooting, saying, "Oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done?" She's on body cam footage yelling, "Taser, taser, taser," before firing her firearm. This isn't as cut and dry, at least in terms of a jury trying to determine whether or not she was reckless or if it was just a really bad accident that was reasonable. And so again, that'll be up to the jury to decide. But this isn't as I would say, an open and shut case as I felt with George Floyd.
Well, you make a very good point because that taser, taser, taser she yelled out that day from that video, that is so chilling. And keep in mind that Kim Potter actually trained other officers on the use of tasers. So mistake here, or, you know, and she said, "Oh my God, what have I done?" How do you think the jury's got to do this, especially the fact that she's going to have to, or she's agreed to testify in her own behalf? Will that be good or bad for her?
Yeah, this testimony is crucial to her case. To be quite frank, I think it's going to make or break whether or not the jury gives forth a guilty verdict for her for manslaughter. And the reason why is because she has to convince the jury that it was an honest mistake, that she has been an officer for 20 plus years. Nothing like this has ever happened. She wasn't being reckless. She wasn't being unreasonable. And so she's going to have to convince the jury of that. But if you're the prosecution, of course, your argument is going to be that's not an excuse. To the contrary, in her own words, she said she's a 20-year veteran. She trains other officers. And for those reasons, she was reckless because she, of all people, should have known better. And so that'll be up to the jury, but that's what we can expect from her on the jury stand, is to try to convince them it was a reasonable accident.
And Laura, the prosecution also approaching the judge requesting for character evidence to be limited. How does this support their case?
Yeah, so essentially they're just trying to keep from happening what we've seen often in these cases where you victimize the victim, right? Daunte Wright is not on trial. There's no point in including evidence about any of his prior criminal history. I believe that he had a warrant out for his arrest at the time, but some prior run-ins with the law, very minor. But that is not what's on trial here. And so the prosecution is trying to make sure they keep the focus on Kim Potter. She's the reason they're there, and so they have to limit that character evidence.